Hey Ruby, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So I know you had like a real life-changing moment with your neck injury in 2019, and you sort of like jumped back into the action scene like pretty quick. I want to know what motivated you to like jump back quick. 'Cause I know most people would have took some time off or like even reevaluate their career.
Yeah, I probably should have taken off a bit of time after the surgery, but I that didn't happen. But when I got around to getting back in, jumping back into action, at that point I'd had almost a year off, so I had the time to do all the PT. I'd had the time for it to recover and to heal, and I definitely go into stunts now, really, in anything in my life, really, whether it be paddleboarding or surfing. Just making sure that I've warmed up and I'm fit and I can do it, and because it was definitely a scary shock to the system, not something that I thought would happen to me at a young age, but I'm better for it now. I mean, I have a bionic neck. So now action is something that's probably actually a lot easier because I know that I'm pretty strong.
I saw the interview with Fallon and Morgan Freeman like did the voice record for your phone.
Yeah.
Was there any like advice he gave you on set that would like help you out with your career going down the line?
He didn't give me any, I mean, he might have, but we did this film in a very short amount of time. And I felt so honored because I didn't know if Morgan and I were going to be able to communicate and hang out the way that you usually do on a film set, because with the COVID stuff, we all had to be separated and 6 feet and different, green rooms and stuff like that. But Morgan made himself incredibly accessible, and we got to talk and hang out. And we went through the script and kind of dissected certain things and what we felt about it. And I really appreciated him, wanting to do that. And it's just something that, some people, they get to his point where you're one of the greatest actors of all time. And you don't necessarily maybe need to be putting energy into other people the way that he does. But he's a very generous man. He really cares about the work he does. And it makes you really impassioned, and just you feel like you really are in the presence of someone very, very great, and very kind and very humble. And so when you actually get into the work side of it, it's a very otherworldly experience, because during that first scene where we have a very intimate conversation, and a lot happens in that, there's so many layers of betrayal and confusion and anger and hurt, and we did that, and it just felt like we were in it. And even at the end, Morgan was like, whoo, well, that was something, and it was just like, yeah, I'm angry and I'm confused and I'm all these things. And I needed, like, that's not me. That's not my character. Like, that was very, it had a big impression on us. And there's something very magical about those moments when you work with someone like a Andy Serkis or a Sam Jackson or the Morgan freaking Freeman, where you lose yourself in the character, and you just, it's like a high that you keep chasing in every film, where you want to keep losing yourself to that ability again.
Oh, and my last question for you is the film is titled Vanquish. If you can vanquish three things in a world, what three things would you vanquish?
I would vanquish, I might get in trouble for saying this, but I would vanquish guns. I would vanquish any kind of hate, all kinds of hate. And I would vanquish COVID.
Where is the buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the buzz? You
We
said
used to be
was
ashamed
mine,
of.
oh
Oh,
mine.
where is the buzz?
Ooh.